Today we're going to make pizza with Bob's Red Mill. It's a gluten-free pizza crust. I'm going to show you how because it's just a little different, and you can use any ingredients you want. I just found that the Ragu pizza sauce, homemade style, is gluten-free, and I like the Kirkland's Mexican style blend, even though this is Italian. So this is what it looks like. I've just mixed it up. You don't really need to knead gluten-free dough because there's no gluten proteins that need to be built up and everything, so I don't find that it's very much helpful, except you do have eggs in this recipe, so any more than that. So this is kind of what it looks like. It's pretty sticky, and what I'm going to do is I just take it and scrape it off, cover it up, and I let it rise for just a little bit. Usually I think it says about an hour, but I've done it where I could only give it like 15-20 minutes, and I still felt like it turned out just fine. Okay, so I've let it rise a little bit. Here it is. This is what it is. So I take some olive oil and I put it on here. Usually put some on my hands. It's a good thing to do. Rub it in. It keeps it from getting everywhere. So just kind of oil your pan. This pan looks disgusting, but this is the greatest pan for pizza. It actually makes a decent crust. And I think before I got it one time at Sam's, I haven't really been able to locate it since. So anyway, so we're just going to, can you kind of see the texture? It's just a little spongy, but still very, very sticky. This is very different, and it just feels different. So what I do, this is the really different part. Oh, that's making a lot of noise. It's the really different part. I take water, you get your hands wet, and you start working with it. And I get my hands wet, and I just go like this. And this is just, I know this just looks really weird, but this is what I do. And I just keep getting my hands wet, and the dough is wet, but look at how it just, see how it just, I just pressure it like that. And it actually, it just, I don't know, it just works. So I hadn't heard anything about it, and I thought maybe you'd like to see how I do it. And then what we're going to do after this is, I just put it in the oven. And people talk about putting olive oil on it, and I've done that along the edges and stuff, and it's good too. But just for, quickness and everything else, I find that I just bake it till it looks pretty crispy. Not too bad, too brown. I'll show you a picture when I'm done. And then you put all your sauce on it and your toppings and everything like that. And this is just one bag of the Bob's Red Mill. You can take the Bob's Red Mill, and you definitely can split it all and make 2 batches, but for a family, we have 2 of us eating it, and then of course we definitely have stuff left over. So I like it to not be too thick. You can kind of feel, see, over here it's kind of thick, and so I just use that just to smooth it over. And that's how I do gluten-free crust, and that's how I work with the bread. Show you if you can see. It looks browner actually than it is. It is not done yet. The edges are still, and it's still real spongy, so you want it to look a little crispier. What it looks like underneath. Feels pretty good. It's a little toasty, and it's ready for sauce. So this is what it looks like. I think it came out really good this time. Put some feta cheese on it and some ham, and I used a whole jar of that ragu. See, I already took a bite out for you, and that's what it looks like. It's delicious.